So here we are starting with the experiment of PCM, study of PCM and the compounded PCM. The figure shows the block diagram of the PCM transmitter. Here we will be focusing on the block of the quantizer. There are two types of the quantization, that is uniform quantization and non-uniform quantization. The difference between two of them is only between the step size of the signal. Compounding is one of the non-uniform type of quantization. Compounding means compression of the signal at the transmitter and expanding the signal at the receiver. We can find the value of the compression factor based on these two formulas. We will be using this formula because we are applying the input voltage in the range of 0.2 volt to 1 volt.
This is the signal generator. So the first step is we generate the signal keeping the frequency knob at maximum. Then the signal is generated and the generated signal is looked on the CRO. The amplitude of the signal generated is set to 500 millivolt using this amplitude knob. After that, this signal is given to the input of the ALO compressor. The output of the ALO compressor as well as the signal are simultaneously observed on the CRO. The volt per division knobs of both the channels are kept to the same reading. The output of the ALO compressor and the signal generated are compared to get the amplitude level same. This same amplitude level is known as X max. This is the signal generated. As we can see, the volt per division knob is kept at 0.5 volt and one division is measured. Thus, the amplitude of the signal generated is 500 millivolt. This is the output of the ALO compressor, and now we will adjust both the signal levels so that we get an equal amplitude. For adjusting both the signal levels, first of all the volt per division knob should be kept at the same division. Here it should be done dual, and before setting the amplitude we should ground both the voltage levels to the center. And now we compare the output of the ALO compressor and the signal generated to get equal amplitude. To change the amplitude of this signal, we change it from the amplitude knob on the kit. This is the signal generated and the PCM and the output of the ALO compressor combined. As we can see, the amplitude of both the signals is same, which is approximately equal to 2.4 divisions, which is multiplied by 2 volt per division, and thus we get 4.8 voltage, which is equal to X max. Keeping the connection same on the kit, we vary the input signal using the amplitude knob and check the corresponding ALO output. The signal voltage is varied in such steps. As we'd already seen, the X max was equal to 4.8 volt, which is approximately 5 volt. The input signal is varied according to all these readings, and the output of the ALO compressor is seen in voltage. On the CRO, we measured the practical values of the output of the ALO compressor, and for the calculation of the theoretical values, the following formulas are used: mod x and zx, and from zx we calculate the VO, which is the theoretical value of the output of the ALO compressor. This is the graph of PCM performance with compounding. As we can see, without compounding, when the input signal voltage level is increased, the SNR also is increased. But when we include compounding, even though there is a change or there is an increase in the input signal voltage, the SNR is maintained constant. We can see when the input signal level is low, the compounding expands or amplifies the signal, and when the input signal voltage level is high, the signal is attenuated or compressed. This complete process is known as compounding, and thus in compounding the SNR is maintained constant in spite of the change in the input voltage. As we can see, the ADC input and the DAC output are connected to the CRO. In this step, we have to equate the gain of the ADC input and the DAC output. The gain is equated by this knob. The inbuilt ADC input voltage is 2.2 volts, and using this knob, we have to set this output DAC voltage also equal to 2.2 volts. The ADC input and the DAC output are applied to the CRO. The gain is set by keeping the knob to the DC levels, and here both the voltages are set to 2.2 volt by also keeping the volt per division knob to the same scale. Here we can see that the DAC output is varied by the gain adjustment knob, and here it is made constant equal to 2.2 volt. The next step is the measuring of the SNR for uniform PCM. For uniform PCM, we vary the amplitude and check the corresponding noise voltage which is generated. For varying the amplitude, we keep the frequency knob to a particular level, and when the amplitude is set, we shift the frequency knob back to minimum. For the first case, we've set the amplitude to 500 millivolt, and the corresponding connections for checking the output voltage are as follows. The input is applied to the DAC input, ADC input, and the output of the DAC is applied to the input of the precision rectifier. And the noise voltage is seen here. We have to wait for some time so that this becomes stable. For 500 millivolt, the noise generated is 0.013 volt, and this is how the further readings are taken. The voltage is changed, and every time we change the voltage, we have to change the frequency knob, and later on, after setting the voltage amplitude, the frequency knob is shifted to minimum, and the corresponding SNR is calculated by the signal voltage divided by the noise voltage which is generated, and the readings which are taken are here. The SNR is calculated here. These are the practical values of the SNR which we've got by dividing the signal voltage to the noise voltage and converting it to dB. And the theoretical SNR is calculated using this formula 1.8 plus 6n, where n is the number of bits per sample. And here it is also given that n is equal to 8 bits per sample. So we substitute this value here, and the theoretical SNR which is calculated is 49.8 dB. The next step is we see the effect on SNR by varying the number of bits. So the first step, we do it without applying the compressor. The input voltage is set to 500 millivolt by the same procedure as we did in the previous step. This input voltage is applied to the ADC input, and the DAC output is applied to the input of the precision rectifier. By varying these knobs, we vary the number of bits. If all the three knobs are to the left, 8 bits are there. If we shift it to 7, if we shift one knob, it is to 7. This is for 6, and this is for 5. And corresponding noise voltage is measured. For 8 bits, the noise voltage is 0.013 volt. For 7 bits, the noise voltage is 0.030. For 6 bits, it is 0.065, and for 5 bits, it is 0.133. The corresponding SNR is calculated by dividing the signal voltage to the noise voltage, and this is converted into dB. Without compressor, V in 500 millivolt, noise voltage is number of bits, and the SNR in dB. In the next step, we calculate the effect on SNR by varying the number of bits when compression is applied. For applying the compression, the output of the signal generator is given to the compressor, and the output of the ALO compressor is given as input to the ADC. And the noise voltage for 8 bits is 0.13. For 7 bits, it is 0.25. For 6 bits, it is 0.50, and for 5 bits, it is 0.102. So again, correspondingly, the SNR is calculated by dividing the V in, which is 500 millivolt, to the quantization noise which was obtained on the kit, and the corresponding SNR is calculated in dB.